Rolling? Okay, good. So, are you with me? Are you with me? And they're yelling, are you with me? I can't hear you. And they yell louder, I can't hear you. Oh, just wait a second. Okay. And then they yell, which is probably going to be the best version of Michael Richards in U-62, the Weird Al Yankovic movie. So this thing comes up about, evolution. I've always liked, anyway, I've likened it to I've got a great parallel here for, because you draw parallels. Is it communist or anti-communist or not the opposite of the opposite is never quite exactly the opposite. Classic is a BC comic strip, a little cool caveman, and one of the cavemen is shorter, and one of the cavemen is taller, and the taller caveman is also smarter than the shorter ones. Dee Dee and Go-Go, no, he doesn't go that far. And this is sort of a slow scan here. Anyway, so yes, you can see the T-shirt, jazz. So he said, one caveman says it's the equinoxes. Okay, so he says that December 21st is the shortest day of the year. It's the winter equinox. So do you know what the summer equinox is? And so the other guy says it's the tallest day of the year. Of course, the opposite of short, he meant, was longest, because it's length and breadth and width and height. Anyway, so evolution's like this. So you're telling God you can't use evolution. I mean, he uses creation, or it's always a he, isn't it? I figured that out. Well, male-dominated societies on Earth, especially. Oh no, there's nothing. Nothing. Comet, that rock headed toward the Earth. No, don't panic. I'll tell you what, I'm going to grow some feathers here, and the rest of you dinosaurs, you just stay down here. I'm just going to try practicing flying around a little bit. Just you and me being crazy, putting feathers on, and being my Archaeopteryx kind of thing. You just stay there in the swamps. I'm going to just start gliding around here. Who's the fool now? Who's laughing now? Says the crow. The crow is, of course, the trickster and the raven and so forth. Oh, yeah. Yes, exactly. So, telling God you can't use evolution is like telling me, particularly a sound design kind of person, I'm sorry you can't use that music because it's guarded by copyright. Well, can we, don't we have a BMI, a British Music Industry license, or an ASCAP or something like that? And we say it was a student project, it's not for commercial use, and all I want is the end, or I don't know which part they objected to, but I'd used night fever. I don't think it was that. Actually, I think it was actually the fact that I'd used some other work in there. And the other thing is that, I had used Liz's story, Wedding Rain. You have to buy this. She is fantastically amazing. Equinox, if you like Equinox, ambient music. They call it ambient music, music without content. There's nothing wrong without music without content. Most segues between one part of the piece of music and another. It's a little piece that translates, or I don't know. I'm not a music person. I'm just a sound person. So translate from dun 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 dun, dun and you go into the. So you have some sort of transitional piece in there. My hands, it is like weaving. What's that? I think that's a transitional piece. What is it? Here's the problem. There's got too much Sousa in there. Oh, fix that. Oh wait. I know what to do. Give me some of the Joplin. Yeah, no. The opera he wrote. Yeah. Joplin. Perfect. Everyone thinks he would just write rags. Perfect. Okay, go. Dun 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 dun. Perfect. Never use Sousa. We're gonna need Joplin. Anyway, so that's the idea about evolution. Just another paintbrush. It's like telling me as a painter I can't use Yves Klein blue, or the lovely ladies he used to apply the Yves Klein blue, or, since everything is positive and negative zeros, Australia. I have to go to Australia out there. No, New Zealand, I think. They do that in New Zealand. I need Yves Klein blue, and I need some people. They've killed them all. The New Zealanders. Line, please. Beam me up, Scotty. Well, get it fixed. We can't return to the starship. Apparently, and I'm never going to get that line right either. Cleopatra 2525 via Hulu. Am I getting money for this? Am I getting residuals? I don't think so. That's it. You know the story. Cool. Live long and prosper. Try to get along. This prejudice stuff, it's getting really irritating. This is an 1/8 of an inch thick, 2 centimeters at most, 3. Well, over here, when I get the surgery, it's a little bit thicker. Don't play with matches, or especially on your hand, your skin. Yeah. That's really a serious part. So it seems funny because but references, please. Richard Pryor, After the Fire. It rhymes. I hate that. It's not supposed to rhyme. A recipient of the verse to. Hold on. The first Mark Twain Award at the Kennedy Center. Richard Pryor said, you talk about being, your career's going well and everything's great. And by the way, second, there it is. All the lines for the black people in Blazing Saddles, Richard Pryor probably wrote. And the Jewish guy wrote the white lines. Were those bed lines? No, I think that's something else. Richard Pryor. Okay, Richard Pryor. So Richard Pryor, set himself on fire doing the whole, tried to make his own drugs and stuff. And he says, you talk about when your career is really going well, you say your career's on fire. I literally was on fire. Cool, not the being on fire part, but knowing and understanding. Just an 1/8 of an inch. It is the largest single organ of a human being, and I wanted to be a doctor one time, but I was afraid as I'm operating, my hands would be too shaky. Didn't realize you could be sort of like a research person, so I should have done that instead. And the nuclear physics stuff just never turned out, because you didn't even have to build the super-coolider. The people in Switzerland, it's all of Europe. This is what happens when you cooperate in any area: science, art, music, physics, philosophy, quantum dynamics, quantum thermodynamics. It took the existing super-collider in Bern, CERN, C-E-R-N, because Bern is the city and CERN, C-E-R-N, is an acronym, right? And they just did something like doubled the voltage, or read it both ways back. So half the particles going this way and half the particles going that way, and it essentially doubles the impact velocity, or one of those biology things, or physics or something. Misfits TV, E4 British, via Hulu, reference. Physics or biology, or one of those things. Anyway, so they were able to find, theoretically, I don't know, because I'm still skeptical. I'm always, you see somebody says, I have magical properties. I'd like to see behind that curtain, if you don't mind, sir. No, behind there. There's nobody behind there. It's just a big face. I am the powerful Oz, all that kind of stuff. It's not more than 15 minutes, I hope. That's it. So telling God, sorry, I'm not God. Wouldn't take the job on a beat. So telling God you can't use evolution is like telling me you can't use. They didn't notice. This is a side part. They didn't notice "Wedding Ring" by Liz Story because they weren't aware of the music. And it's like Equinox. It's like Ambient. C.W. McCall. What's that? Oh, I don't know. I think that's dust. So it's just like telling a sculptor, you can't use Bertaldi, you can't use Eiffel, you can't use the nude descending the staircase. His brother, as well as the two guys I always confuse, Steinmetz and Steinmert, and then there's Georgia O'Keeffe. Love her New York City stuff, by the way. Instead, if you just rename the nude descending the staircase, you could, it look. Yeah, now that you tell me, oh yeah, I see. It looks like a person. It's not a person; it's an abstract. And you get the two people, and then the great movie you have to see, which one of one of the few paintings I've actually sold. I just take it. Oh, I'm donating it. Just donate it because JP has shown us the way we must follow. And the only 3-color litho print I ever made was just a lot of work. I'll spend 4 hours, 40 million years making a relief print using a torn piece of tire rubber. But I'm not going to spend more than 2 hours with the stones. I'll spend hour after hour making and flattening the stones with the grit. But I'm not going to spend more than 10 minutes, with the little, psychological. It's just, same with prejudice as well. A centimeter of skin. The largest single organ of the body. I think we're done. No, sorry. I was going to do a little analogy thing there, too. What's the point? What's the question? Are we done here? I think so. No, I can't stand. No. It's PAA or nothing. Go and make sure that when you see all that kind of thing. Robbie Coltrane, the first or second or third year of Harry Potter, they said, "Oh, we're going to get Harry Potter, come back with glasses and like a long cigarette thing with two babies." My trailer is too small. He's become like the ultimate bad kid actor thing of Izar. So I'd like to see Daniel Radcliffe as Shostakovich in Glazunov. This play yet to be written. Nothing but fire and fire. I'm not. Oh wow! You see, rhyme the words. You're better than that. Thank you. That's good. I like that phrase. Are we done? I think we're done. Evolution. Whatever God wants, and again, you're infant, sort of Woody Allen. J. Alexander, he came up and he said, "Well, I did this sort of Woody Allen thing. Because I don't do, I need to shave again. Your infiniteness. They're saying down here on this little planet, in this one little milk. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Milky Way. M3626L22 dash 304 out of town call. Click 23434. This is a Python reference. They're saying you can't use evolution. There's a group down there. That won't any of it. It's not my fault. So what can I use? Sort of like Richard Warner there in Gilliam. Time Bandits, the trilogy. Time Bandits, Brazil, Baron Munchausen, trilogy, age. There'll be a quiz. I tell people stuff. I said, there'll be a quiz. There's a quiz. You didn't tell us. I told you all week long. There's a quiz next Tuesday. There's a quiz every Tuesday. We don't count Monday, and some people are Friday, and they go to the prayer, and they go to this and this. Or Friday, those quizzes. So there's a Tuesday. There's always a quiz. And this will be on the quiz. I give you half the answers on the board. I had one of the professors actually had, I think we're done. It's sort of 15 minutes, whatever it is. He put all the answers on the quiz, on the board. Every single answer. There's like a bunch of stuff. There's be thermodynamic equations and relativity, and there'd be all kinds of physics, everything on there, like 90 different things. And he'd be copying them off his paper. But for your test, the actual answer is written up there. 5 squared TTL squared minus RMZ squared over 2. And wait, I got it. So it was like answers. It was very cool because then that's sort of kind of a weird thing with evolution again too. And I have my Bible here. I'm not going to show them the. I think I was a terrorist. I'm not. I'm a theorist, an art theorist. It's even worse. He's worse than a terrorist. He's an art theorist. Could do that joke sometime. Okay, that's got to be 15 minutes. Evolution, just another paintbrush. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to finish the whole thing with the hands. Michelangelo, don't you get it? Did he who make the lamb make thee? Blake. The tiger, Tyger, and the lamb, Lamb. I'd be confused with the lamb, the Shakespeare person.